If you're just joining us, we're asking 800-585-1051. What are your thoughts on exposing younger children to same-sex relationships? Now, this comes from Boosie and Carisha. They had a conversation, and Boosie was talking about his daughter. Let's listen.
So your daughter came out and told you she was gay. It was nothing. I mean, she still can't bring her situation to our house. My daughter's grown. Well, why is she grown? Because I don't want it to contaminate her other. I don't want her kid to get contaminated to her other 6, 7 sisters who look up to her. I want them to bring me grandchildren the right way. If I want grandchildren the right way, that's what I'm going to stand on. You know, if I don't want my other little girl to look at that and say, what's that, daddy?
Contaminated.
To somebody she looks up to, it's not going to come around. My grandpa didn't let it. My daddy didn't let it. And I didn't let it. I just hope the one under me, when they take this throne, they don't let it. Because that's not what our family believes in.
So 800-585-1051. Let's start with you, Lauren. What's your thoughts?
I don't know, because now y'all in here influencing me to think something different. But originally how I felt is that there's nothing wrong with it, especially because they're going to get it outside of their household anyway. Mm-hmm. I do think that there are some conversations that you should have about, you know, what they're seeing and the fact that they can make their own decisions, that they don't have to choose something because they're seeing it every single day. Whether that works or not, I don't know. In my opinion, I would think if you know who you are and what your sexuality is, you gonna be cool. But if you're a kid kind of coming up, you're gonna experiment.
A child. He's talking about children.
If you're gonna experiment, you're gonna do it anyway, regardless of what you see, because kids are just curious sometimes.
I think kids can be influenced on anything. Things that they might not have tried before or things that they might not have been interested in. If they see it, they can be influenced whether they are gay or not, or whether it's something that they should be doing or not. Like, I think that kids can be influenced.
Do you think it's influence, though, or do you think it's like, okay, this is okay in my household, so I can explore it, too, if I want to see if that's something I want to do? Is that different than influence? Because I think a lot of, in our house, like when we were growing up, it wasn't as accepted to see that in your house. So you didn't even talk about it if you were gay. You had to hide it. But now kids have two moms, two dads.
Sex wasn't okay in my household regardless. It didn't matter if it was same sex or man-woman sex. It did not matter at all. We did not talk about sex. When it came on the screen or movies or anything, people kissing, my mother or father covered my eyes. Like, that's how it was regardless. It didn't matter what it was. Yeah, so I think they covered my eyes because they didn't want me to be exposed so early.
And look, and you still turned out gay. So, my thing is
if I'm gay, you're gay.
So my thing is
tell them about your influence you had.
I don't have influences. My thoughts are they're gonna be exposed to it, and if they are exposed to it and they ask questions, I'm gonna give them answers. Okay, that's really all you can do nowadays. I mean, I guess that's why we don't want teachers teaching our kids that. We don't want them learning about it in school. You don't want them necessarily seeing certain things on television at an early age. Right. But they're things like same-sex relationships, they're probably going to see nowadays. Mm-hmm. So if it's a thing that comes up and they got questions, just provide them answers.
Yeah. Has this come up in your household yet?
Yeah.
And
absolutely,
how
positively.
do you have that conversation?
I have an open relationship with my kids where I tell them everything, and we have conversations about everything because I'd rather them learn from the house than learn from outside. So I do feel like kids are influenced, but you have to be able to have those open conversations. Now, Boosie doesn't want to have them open conversations with his children. That's up to Boosie because he's a father and those are his kids. But me, I've had those conversations with my kids because they see it all over the place. It's in cartoons, not just, gay kissing and gay hugging and gay it's both ways. So I want to explain to my kids what it is, and me and my wife do that.
The crazy thing is, now that you say it, my oldest daughter, she's a cheerleader, so she got male friends that are gay, and it's never been a conversation. It's just like, oh, such and such is gay. Like, it's not like she not asking us no questions about it. Like, that's just that person's lifestyle. That's what that person's about. Like, I've never had the conversation other than, oh yeah, he's gay.
It's a normal part of society now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
just wonder, like, for younger kids, like, when they see certain things and they want to know, like, okay, like, my friend has two moms. Why do I have a mom and a dad versus two moms?
And that's where the conversation comes from. Like I remember London came and says, hey, my friend has two dads. Why? And we had to explain why. Those are conversations that we had early on when she was 7 years old, not, when your daughter's in the teens.
The reality is the same-sex relationship conversation is easy. It's that goddamn 72 gender list. And that's the one that causes all the confusion.
Because you don't understand.
That's like new math. No. That's like that new math these kids be bringing home. Daddy, what's the 72 gender thing? I don't know my damn self.
Because you don't understand. Because I don't understand either.
I don't know either.
Then you got to tell me me. I'd be like, tell me, because I don't know.
I know 2 flavors, all right? The 72 flavors that they got now, I don't know anything about that.
Hello, who's this?
Tamika.
Hey, Tamika, good morning. Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
I completely agree with Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want bad influences in your home, then they shouldn't be there. It's just as simple as that. He said he loved his daughter, but he just don't want it around his other kids. I'm a grown-up. I'm not gay, and I have other grown-ups trying to influence me to be gay. So I stay away from those grown-ups because I don't want that influence, so I wouldn't want it around my children.
Ma'am, listen to what we're talking about here. We're talking about a child and their siblings. How do you keep your child? Why would you, you don't do that to your child. You don't keep them away from their siblings and say, hey, this person is, we're shunning this person because of their lifestyle. You don't do that.
But did he say that, or did he just say he doesn't want the relationship in the house? I don't think he minded his
that's what he
daughter
said.
in the house. He
That's
just doesn't want their relationship
That's
in
what
the
I took
house.
from it.
Right,
I think, he didn't say he didn't want his daughter away from the siblings. He just said he don't want her bringing that relationship in his house.
Correct.
But if he's saying in the house, then that means that he's going to be protective over a lot of other stuff, because how do you control, even if it's outside the house, her girlfriend is going to be around.
Yeah, but you can't say you can't have, the gay relationship in the house, but then the straight relationship you could have in the house.
But that's why he gets so much backlash.
There should be no relationship in the house if you don't want any influence on your kids, right?
We don't know that, though. We don't know. He might not want them bringing girls in the house either.
Boosie, the same one who said that he got his son the situation with the girl.
I don't know how that man parents his household.
Boosie?
Yeah, I'm not accused. I'm not gonna put that on. I don't know how Boosie parents.
I'm just going off of what he said. I don't know how it is today.
Hello, who's this?
How you doing there, sweetie?
Hey, sweetie. Good morning. What's your thoughts?
I basically feel like there's nothing wrong with what he said. I know some people got an issue with him using the word contaminated, but contaminated, not agree with it. I feel like it's all the same thing, and I feel like a lot of times people, they feel like, oh, if you don't agree with the lifestyle, then you don't love him. He still loves his child. He just doesn't want that around his other children. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
I think it's just the way you go about it.
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines.
The other thing is, too, is like the young lady that first called, she used the term bad influence.
Yeah, bad.
So if you're gay, you don't want to think that your lifestyle is bad.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want I don't want to see my kids watching the drug dealers. I don't want to see my kids watching the dudes that's, murdering people, because they are a bad influence. But you don't want to think gay, you don't want to put gay in that bucket.
And bad, right? I agree.
Yes.
So we're opening up the phone lines 800-585-1051.
It's making me like,
Calvin?
Yeah.
Hey, Calvin. What's your thought?
To be honest, that's honestly, he too grown to be doing that. That is like saying that all this crazy stuff. What's really blowing me is the fact of me. I lost my whole family to that religion. Like, my whole family turned their backs on me. And
because you're gay.
To be honest, my family, like one of my sisters, he's strung out on drugs in jail. My brother got a felony up the ass where he can't even get a normal job. And yet and still, she's looking at me as a black sheep, even though I'm being more successful than any of them.
Can I ask you a question? I know you're gay, but why do you say, like, first you said it's blowing you, then you said up the ass? Like, what's going on here, buddy? hey, Calvin.
Yes.
What's up, man? Why are you doing this? Are you trying to make me laugh this morning?
Turning them on, Calvin.
It ain't his fault.
I'll be honest, man. I don't even know, bro. I'm going to put a word to it. I was just hearing about the situation, and it was frustrating.
Calvin, we just messing with you, Calvin.
Because there's so many people saying that, oh, it's forced upon you. No, none of that is true. Okay, if people, for the people that's saying that, they're either they want to try it, or because of the friend group, they can't.
Got you.
And it's getting frustrated because I see more and more people saying, "Oh, I don't mess with that. That's not my lifestyle. You better not force that on." But they doing stuff behind closed doors.
Well, Calvin, I will say I disagree with you when you say that a lot of people that are against it really want to try it. I think that religion plays a big part in a lot of this, and I think religion plays a bigger part than people want to admit. I think a lot of people just feel like they believe when the Bible says that it's an abomination.
Hello, who's this?
Jason.
Hey, Jason, what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, man, I just feel like our kids are being influenced in many ways.
You all right?
Yeah. You cool?
Yo.
Hello?
He hung up.
And Calvin might have been right. He sounded like he just got.
Nah, Jason. On a sheet here, he said.
Don't say nothing crazy. What is it?
No, I won't say it.
Don't say nothing crazy. Show me.
I can't show you. It's on the sheet here.
Let me see.
Show me. And I want to see too.
Yeah.
You look at it. Tell me what it say.
It's Jason.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me see.
Jason. Oh yeah, Jason said he was approached by two men growing up trying to take advantage of him. So he agrees with Boosie. Oh, okay, yeah. So why you hung up on him, Envy?
He hung up. I didn't hang up on that. Was his fault.
So he probably
he
probably realized he wasn't ready to have that conversation.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to have that conversation.
Yeah, I get it.
And hear your jokes, because you would have found something.
I would not find that funny. There was nothing funny about that.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up? This X from Pittsburgh. Big Mack Truck Energy.
X from Pittsburgh. What's up? Talk to us, brother.
Man, what's going on? Hey, I think Boosie, man, he need media training.
Why the hell does Boosie need media training? Boosie 42 years old. He don't need no media training.
He say what's on his mind.
Well, look, he could have deflected that, that question in any type of way, because at the end of the day, that's family. So if somebody gonna ask you a question about your daughter, if she gay or not, I'm sure Envy or Charlamagne, y'all could have been like, yo, that's personal.
That's right.
Let's move on to the next question.
But that's why I said he don't need media training. He just needs to not put his family business on social media and in interviews. And that's why I said earlier, for all of us who are grown and have kids that are grown, and we sharing the same spaces and the same social media platforms as these people, we got to be mindful of each other and be mindful. Let's keep our family business in the house. Like, that ain't for public consumption.
That's right.
I will say, when Boosie was up here that time we did the interview, and he was talking about his other daughter and trying to make it to her, I think it was a recital. Mm-hmm. And just the way he was talking about it, I'm like, you don't get this from him online or whatever. He's such a dad.
No, you do.
No, you definitely do.
Follow Boosie. Boosie is all over his kids.
All about his kids.
But his kids are there. But hearing him here in person, and the fact that he had to get out of here to make it to that recital, and the way he was prioritizing
Boosie always
that.
about his kids.
I don't think that. People don't talk about that enough with
Lauren,
him.
last week we just reported him and T.I. running up on their sons.
Kids with the gun.
But that's
like Boosie does. He's a great
It's so
father.
different when you see it online versus when you sitting right here with him and you hearing him like cancel interviews. I got to make it to the airport.
No, I see it online all the time.
I say all that
with
to
Boosie.
say that I think for sure he will try and get it right with his baby.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is T.
Hey, good morning. What's your thoughts?
I just think it's very weird for him to use the term contaminate, even if he meant influence. Like, I think that's weird, because who has the bigger influence? Him, himself, like Mr. Two Rambo sitting in the backseat. Like, are you not the reason that girls stay gay in the club and kiss and all that? Like, how?
Yeah, I didn't like the word contaminate either.
We actually had a conversation about that one time when Boosie was up here. We had a conversation about they dyking. You don't remember that? See, y'all ain't from the South, so y'all don't remember Boosie's song, They Dyking. Boosie had a song called They Dyking.
Oh, they bring the lyrics up every time he do stuff like what he did.
Oh, they bring that song up?
Oh, do that.
Oh, okay.
We got Sean on the line. Sean, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's your thoughts, Sean?
I would definitely like to say I agree with Boosie. It's a very tough situation he's in, but if he's listening, I never heard a song that you've ever made, but you have a new fan for being a man.
Absolutely. Okay, we hear you.
All right, well, thank you, Sean. That's all you got?
Well, I would like to ask a question to our people. We're very emotional people, but I would like to ask our people to think, when does Black lives really matter? Because we're the only race that support things that lead to our demise. We're the only race that does that. And it's just, I don't know why we just don't sit back and look at what we're supporting, what we're lobbying for. It's like no other race. We are racing to end our own people by what we support and what we allow in our homes and in our children's lives. And I would just ask that we go to y'all and really find out who we are, not who we told we are.
Are you saying that, is this in relation to the Boosie question? I mean, the Boosie conversation?
No, I mean, in general, definitely about this conversation.
I'm asking, are you saying that gay people are leading to our demise? I'm confused.
I'm saying that the hands down the highest rate of HIV we know are Black males. Based off studies, 2 Black men, you have a 50% chance of getting HIV. 50. Would you play Russian roulette with me? Because that's what that is.
Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about no more.
Me neither. Well, thank you, brother. I was lost.
I was listening to him at first, but I don't know what he's talking about.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story if there is a moral?
The moral of the story is, man, just keep your family business off social media. Like that's the biggest thing. Like if you're a parent, you know, and you got kids that are on social media, man, you and your kids should not be beefing online. Like, just keep all family business offline. I don't care if it's with your significant other, your spouse. Like, just all family business, keep that offline. That's how I be feeling.
Especially something this sensitive.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we got Jess with the Mess with Law Rosa coming up. What are we talking about?
We do. We are going to get into Kamala on all the smoke. We got some clips that we're going to be discussing and listening to.
Okay. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.